Hey there, Taurus. So I'm MJ from Ultra Love and Ultra Love TV. Thanks for being here. This is a new service for Ultra Love. I've been doing the Intuitive Tarot now since about June, and seeing that it's coming to the end of the year, I felt like doing just a general yearly overview for all of the signs. So I'll endeavor to get these done before the end of the year, and all y'all can basically tune in and see if any of the energies resonate with you for 2020. Massive changes in our world, in our personal realities, and in the broader world. It's sort of like all the same, kind of, you know what I mean? Or not. Yeah, if you wanna book private readings, all the information is in the description box below. I do intuitive coaching and offer online courses as well for people to make pretty practical changes as far as our Be the Change series goes. So this reading is for Taurus, anyone who resonates with Taurian energy or has that in their chart. It's always my intention to offer divine guidance and loving clarity when I do these readings. Just so you know. There is an element of entertainment here, and ultimately if things don't resonate with you, don't take it on. I would offer or extend that to like everything in life, not just tarot, but like everything we're doing. If it's not resonant, if something doesn't feel right, then step back and have a think or have a look at what the feelings are triggering in you. So the thing that's jumping out most, Taurus, is the Ace of Swords. There is like a complete renewal of energy in this reading. You're empowering a new beginning in your mental state, in your mental awareness, to bring you to ultimate fulfillment, because you have the 10 of Cups, you have the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. So and then you have a lot of other characters in the reverse, and that's sort of telling me that there could be a complete overhaul in your sense of family and community. Hence why you're having to empower this new beginning in your mind, in your thought programming. There is a sense of empowering your masculine side, because there's a lot of masculine energy. It's all masculine energy, basically. So that could be connected to the fact that maybe over the last little bit you've been working more on the self-love and working more on the deeper aspects of nurturing and empowering your divine feminine energy. So learning how to love yourself better. And then via holding space and loving yourself, empowering these divine feminine energies, you're now moving forward with quite a new perspective. And this new perspective is sort of shattering the illusions of your old life, your old expectations, your old, like, what you expected from people. And then right in the middle, there's a 3 of Wands in reverse. So I feel like for some of you, there could be a bit of a alone phase of self-discovery. Whether you're going within with like a journey within self to discover more, and or also taking a journey, like going on a holiday or taking a journey that helps you see imbalances in your life. It helps you see false structures in your life with really potent clarity. And then you do end up in your seat of power, because then we have the King of Cups and King of Wands in the upright. So I feel like you're coming into a greater wholeness, and the the point being is that you're coming to a greater wholeness in as far as your ability to take action in the world and be a man, as it were, like in that regard, but not from old paradigm perspective, from a greater place of integrity. So you know your emotions and you know your intuition, where possibly that's been eluding you, that's been escaping you, that's not felt real to you, that's, you know, and yet we've had possibly quite an intense shape shifting where you've lost some of your community, or some of these page messenger type energies have not stuck around, coming in and out. All this energy is in and out, you know, and I feel like maybe that will persist in 2020, but more than that, I feel the energies coming in are you establishing your foundations. With King of Cups and King of Wands, you're establishing your new point of attraction. You're establishing your new perspective based on these in and out energies, this less than. Because I know that Taurians are one of the most stable signs in the zodiac. So beautiful as that stability is, it can also be the most resistant to change. And I feel like whether you desired it or not, the change has come upon you in the form of maybe desiring to create community and then just having this in and out energy that doesn't sustain you. Hence the card right down the middle, you know, the Nine of Cups in reverse, it's like you're not believing in yourself. Hence, I think why you've needed this new perspective to shapeshift your inner landscape, and the Three of Wands to go on a bit of a journey, to take a leap, to do something a little bit out of the ordinary, because there's not a lot of balance in your life, according to this reading. You know, you're wanting this happily ever after, and you're moving forward with a new perspective. It ultimately comes from within your own power, though, and I feel like maybe you've been in patterns of giving your power away, and it's really knocked your confidence. So 2020 energies are basically saying take a new perspective to manifest your dream life, but make sure you're in your power, make sure you're fully responsible, make sure you're in your intuitive knowing and your emotional knowing from that place of loving perspective, not from giving your power to external authority. You know, not from giving your power to people that you think are going to bring you something when they're not. Basically, not giving out of expectation. You're not going to be giving out of thinking these people are here to stay, or thinking these people want to make it manifest. You have to own the responsibility of shape-shifting your thought process and shape-shifting your emotional seat in order to make manifest that happily ever after. So I feel like maybe 2020 is a lot of like you getting it, as far as like you have to shapeshift your mind and come into your emotional knowing, basically get to know your emotions better, and that will lead you to getting to know the intuition, which is maybe something that you've not leaned on before or fully trusted before. But I feel like the cards are sort of saying, but there's nothing else for you to trust. You've already tried to trust this person or that person, or this person or that person, and it always ends up you not receiving what you want, basically. And so I feel like the final hurdle is you finally really seeing like, oh, other people can't fulfill my life for me. I'm going to have to do it for myself. So you birth this new perspective. You take ownership of this new beginning, this new perspective for yourself, knowing full well that that's the inner landscape and reality that's going to create this happily ever after card. And then really being in your emotional awareness and your intuitive knowing to overcome these perceived obstacles, which are really just your attachment to expecting it from other people. These pages, these knights in the reverse, Six of Pentacles, it's all reverse. It's all reverse energy. It's all, I feel like, energies where you've expected it from this person, or you've given your power to, you know, the system or what have you, or you've given your power to these people that are meant to come in and make it all happen for you, and it's not. It's in and out, in and out. These people just come in and then leave, and come in and leave, and then I think really, hopefully at some point this year, you finally start to realize, oh shit, it's me. You know, it's me not giving enough, perhaps. It's me not trusting myself or being in my integrity, you know? So I feel like these lessons, these loops you've been in with expecting certain rewards maybe to come through other people, or expecting your dreams to come through other people, I think the penny is dropping for you, Taurus. And as far as realizing like you're the only one that can make it happen, and you're gonna have to make it happen through a rebirth of your ideation, of your belief systems, of your thought forms. And again, there's a lot of masculine energy, so it's like maybe you've been used to people coming in and doing things for you, or used to a certain way of being, and that it's not working, and that's completely knocked your confidence. Hence, like, you know, again, swallowing the pill and realizing, oh shit, like I'm gonna have to revamp, come into my greater sense of emotional awareness and greater sense of intuitive awareness. And like I'm getting the sense of like retracting all the power you gave to like the system and to other people. Yeah, because they can't do it for you anyway. So it might warrant going within, going on a travel or retreat, or going on a bit of a journey within yourself. And then that journey helps you to see things with greater clarity, so that you really do rise your power, Taurus. You can do it. You can make these changes. Anyone can. You're no different. And that's going to help you anchor stability on a new level. You just not, the 2020 I feel is your landscape for change. I don't feel like the foundation is set yet. I feel like 2020 out the gate is like big realizations for you, Taurus. Realizations in the ways that you've maybe given power away. And then over the course of the 2020 year, you're realizing, shit, okay, I need my new perspective so that I can put down these pillars and build anew. And so you might start building anew at some point in 2020. I intuitively feel like it's probably midway and after. But heading into 2020, I feel like a lot of the pennies are dropping for you, and finally recognizing your power to create what you want from your belief system, and not giving all your power away to all these other people that you think are going to make your dreams come true. Your own emotional awareness and your own intuition, and then allowing that to move you through, allowing that to move you forward in the world. Because I do feel like for some of you, you have been employing and working on the self-love stuff. Yeah, for Taurus, I do feel this. It's like you're at that midpoint, and so you're going to start to see more shape-shifting aspects of manifestation, probably more toward the middle of the year. And you are reclaiming your innocence here, Taurus. There is a sense of going within the silence. That's part of the Three of Wands in reverse, that journeying card. Things aren't working with regard to other people, or putting too much power in your emotional fulfillment, your creative fulfillment, your money fulfillment, like putting too much out there for thinking these people are going to bring it to you, and that's just not working for you anymore. So you're having to re-embrace one, silence, like going within, remembering your own purity and innocence beyond the world, beyond all the connections to all these people, and fulfillment via the accomplishment of this, that, or the other, the sense of accomplishment via being right or whatever. That is all sort of just blah, 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 like it's all kind of poo-pooed away. It's not made manifest what you desired in truth. And then the ownership bit is like you finally, this is like super scary for Taurus, right? But like actually taking flight, boldly doing things or saying things that you've never done before, or things that might actually trigger the shit out of you or might make you really, really scared. You know, giving of yourself and making moves, you know, shaking up the patterns, as it were, shaking up the people that you thought you trusted. You know, it's bold things that aren't particularly easy for anyone, let alone the Taurus sign. So there is definitely a journeying and inwards landscape of going into the silence. I think that is warranted with the Taurus energy, because these kind of shape shifts are probably most challenging. It's challenging for everybody, but they are really challenging for the Taurians. So there's a beautiful card here in the 8, and that's to do with ordinariness. So there's, okay, all these great leaps or shape shifts in your world, or even just transforming your belief system. It might feel initially quite scary, but the point is, like, it's only returning you home. Remember that. Like, it's the ordinariness card here is telling me that, like, even though it might seem like, I have to take these leaps into the unknown, it's not actually taking you into the scary unknown. It's leaping you into this greater sense of peace and this greater sense of trust, for you to live in peace, for you to live in your kingdom. Ordinariness isn't about mediocrity or mundanity or normality. Ordinariness is really more aligned with loving simplicity, right? Having this community of just shiny, happy people, living their truth, living their dream. And you're dropping into this deeper sense of ordinariness or just simplicity, and that's part of the new beginning. That's part of going in silence, being innocent, and embracing your totality. So it's like you have to claim back the power from all these different energies that you've been, I'm hearing, kind of meddling with or toying with, and reclaiming yourself back to yourself. There is an essence here where increasing your emotional awareness, Taurus. Increasing your emotional awareness and also your creative capacity. It's kind of one and the same. Having a greater awareness of your emotions helps you to connect to your intuition. And then slowing down to be open to receive the new beginning, basically, without guilt. So yeah, some of you might have a period of isolation, of going within, slowing everything right down. So the guilt cards come up, and that's sort of signaling to me that be aware of guilt coming up, because you might start making choices that are honoring you, and then some of these people might go into like guilt mode, or like make you feel guilty for, what, you don't want to do this, or what, how could you hang out with that person? I don't know, you know those kind of energies. So if there's other people around you making you feel guilty, remember to come back to yourself, slow down, and like be open to receive. That's the divine gifts. Be open to receive divine gifts. At the same time, don't expect anything from the people in your life around your ability to rise your power, come into greater emotional awareness and knowing, and empower your intuition. That's the new beginning that you're after, around the happily ever after card. In your simplicity, in your truth, even though it might feel scary, it's actually taking you to this place of like just being able to slow right down and open your mind and heart to receive the new beginning that you're giving yourself here. Just don't expect it from other people, and stop giving out of expectation as well. That's a bit of a advice or just message coming through, is don't give expecting to receive from. Just give from your innocence, give from your heart, knowing that your manifest world is ultimately a reflection of your state of being. Hence, cleaning up, right? Cleaning up your seat of power, cleaning up your emotional awareness, cleaning up the belief that you have around your own creative elixir and outpouring. And that's the new beginning that you're after. So get clear about that. And yeah, for 2020, just boldly move forward in the new beginning, and sort of leapfrog over people that you feel might be manipulating you, or might be trying to take too much, and or make amends. Make amends with people that you feel you abused, or that you feel you didn't share or offer what was deserving. Give of self as well. That's another element, without expectation of some kind of return when you give. That's huge, Taurus. So thank you so much for being here. I hope that reading was a bit insightful for you for the 2020 energies. If you want to book a private reading, please feel free to do so. I love you guys loads, and thanks for commenting and sharing and all that kind of stuff. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.